Alright, Schlockmeister fans, a re-review from my previous channel. We're dipping back into the Emmanuelle well with Emmanuelle IV, Sylvia Crystal. Let's check it out. Okay, Sylvia Crystal in this movie plays Sylvia. And she's in LA going to a party.
Far too deeply disturbed by Mark's love. I wanted to flee him. But can a woman ever protect her true love?
You'd like to run away from love, Sylvia. But even if you ran to the end of the world, you couldn't escape our love.
So that's Mark. She's been having an affair with him. And apparently she wants to get away. She's going to have plastic surgery to change her appearance in Brazil.
It's better to change her outer shell. It's better to become another woman. So I was going to stay myself inside my appearance that was going to change.
No. The problem is the psychological side of things. What we're thinking of doing is changing your entire appearance, although I'm not sure I can make you more beautiful than you are. If I understand correctly, you want plastic surgery done on your face, your breasts, your abdomen.
So this is the estate she's going to be living at. Not bad.
I had already been in love with a number of men, but I didn't know that I could also fall in love with a woman.
So she undergoes plastic surgery on literally her entire body.
We haven't had time to meet, and you don't know who I am. My name is Donna. I'm your psychotherapist. I am Emmanuelle.
So she's changed her name to Emmanuelle. Sylvia Crystal's back.
Look at those display cases. How do you find them? They're great.
So she has her choice of a bunch of men.
Your favorite places. The places where you want him to go.
So I'm not sure how Sylvia Crystal and both Mia Nagrin are in the same scene. I'm not sure what exactly is happening, if it's in her mind or what, but she's guiding her through the love-making process, and then we see her on top of him. Then, of course, once things start to get hot and heavy, it's the other actress.
I need only one thing. To be free. But you are free, Emmanuelle. And if I want, to make love to all of Brazil. I knew what they had done to me. I understood what this woman was telling me. I had a new body, and I would have to develop a new soul to go with it. Mark, time in a different environment.
Well, she and her psychologist or whatever spend time somewhere else.
Watch your step.
A new environment to help her forget about Mark. She then heads to Rio de Janeiro.
I went from party to party, trying to forget Mark.
Mark continues to search for her.
Something inside me, however, kept insisting that one day I would end up by finding her. If ever I find
Somehow he
Sylvia
ends up at the
again,
same party in
I won't let
Brazil.
her run away.
Yes, I'm sure it's him. I'm scared. I don't want to meet him. But darling, how could he recognize you? I'm afraid of him.
But she does decide to meet him.
My name is Emmanuelle.
They call me Mark.
You're very handsome. Woman never asked
She
a
gets
man,
cozy with him.
do you like making love with the lights on or off? Am I being too curious? I was going to enjoy that cheat on me, but he would cheat on me with myself.
Upstairs.
While the party rages on, she decides to hook up with somebody else under the dining room table. Now some mystic is going to make her float. You heard me correctly. Here's a sexy girl swinging on a swing in the rain. Because why not? Sexy girl gets approached by middle-aged man. Things get muddy and racy from there. These two apparently watched the whole thing.
That savage, almost animal scene had disturbed me. I might even say that it aroused me.
Something's bound to happen with these two eventually.
You could be beautiful, and you are desirable. I would have liked to see her in the mud too. Girl, do you know that we have lips down below and lips up above? We make up the latter with great care, while sometimes thinking of the former. Do you think I'm beautiful? You're a nice girl. But I don't want to sleep with you.
I guess maybe not. Now she's hanging out with some woman who's engaged to this guy's brother.
Cheating on my brother, it's not right.
I have no idea who these people are.
Watching them, I felt the same emotion surging up in me that I'd experienced when I'd seen Nadine being possessed in the mud.
So her shrink sends her out to the jungle.
Donna had urged me to visit Rodrigo. He was a doctor in a remote part of the jungle. I suppose that this way Donna hoped to keep my thoughts from Mark and to bring me closer to her.
So Susanna, the guide, takes her into the jungle and decides to get naked for no reason. And the next thing you know, well, I can't really show you, but it's nice. Well, now she's hanging out with this guy, Rodrigo.
Rodrigo? It's fun.
But apparently, there's some bad guys nearby. She ends up in what appears to be an airplane hangar where this brute takes her, although she doesn't seem to mind. I guess she's having issues now.
I don't know. I can't handle myself anymore. Try to be yourself, but don't destroy yourself.
Now here's Emmanuelle and a woman, and they're sprinkling, I guess, gold flakes on their bodies. Strange.
Yes, you're going to Paris.
She decides to go see Mark in France.
Yes, I'm going to see Mark. Am I wrong? No, Emmanuelle. You must go and see Mark. It's the best thing for you. May I help you? Hi, are you Mark's secretary? Yes. Who are you? Darling, Mark needs you downstairs. Miss Chamois is downstairs? Yes, just go. I'll wait here. This is all very strange.
But you haven't out of space. I'll probably be right back.
So Mark's secretary trusts a stranger to his room. She finds his book.
Rendezvous at Les Arceaux restaurant tonight at 8:30. Emmanuelle.
So they meet.
What a wonderful surprise. Seeing you after all this time.
But does he know that's Sylvia? He actually recognized her from that party in Rio.
Emmanuelle. She was so different from you. You don't look at all like her. I think of her and of you, and I know you're not the same woman.
One day, I will tell you an unbelievable story.
You'll tell it at night, I hope.
Sure. So, to one night then, trying so hard to run from him, had finally brought me closer to him.
All right, let's talk about Emmanuelle IV. Okay, so how many Emmanuelle movies are there actually? Well, the number is actually, for official Emmanuelle movies, the number is 43. And I have every single one of them on DVD. Now that is a real feat, let me tell you. It took me about 4 years to acquire them all. Some of them are pretty damn rare, but they're out there. The first 3 movies with Sylvia Crystal are relatively easy to find, but after that, it's pretty sketchy as to whether or not you can. Some of them are scarce, some of them aren't, but some of them you can't even find at all. But nonetheless, Part 4. This one's a little harder to find too. I think you can get this for maybe $30 to $50 if you find it at all. I think there's a couple different versions out there. This one runs 81 minutes. There's actually apparently a 92-minute version. That's the original version. Is that one available on DVD? I don't know. But apparently there were some hardcore scenes that were filmed for this, which may have actually shown up on cable as well. My Schlockmeister brother Jeff mentioned that when he taped this movie back in like 1989 off of cable, he saw some insertion, which seemed not plausible to me. But when I read about it on IMDb, they mentioned that there was a cable version that did have some hardcore stuff in it. So maybe. I don't know. Hard to believe that got past the censors. But anyway, this movie starts with Sylvia Crystal reprising her role, or does she? She's actually playing the role of Sylvia herself, I guess. I don't know. And she's got this boyfriend named Mark that she wants to get away from. So she decides to leave this party where Mark is and go all the way to Brazil. The party was in LA. And undergo plastic surgery on her entire body. Legs, ass, boobs, face, whatever. And that's what she does, and it turns into an actress named Mia Nygren, who is younger, beautiful actress, and she becomes Emmanuelle. Not Sylvia, Emmanuelle, but it's obviously the same person inside, I guess. And then she has a shrink, and then she ends up having affairs with everybody, and ultimately she decides to that she wants to go back to Mark again, and goes to his office in Paris. She meets him, and he recognizes her because he saw her at a party they were at in Rio de Janeiro. In fact, she introduced himself to him as Emmanuelle. Didn't give a secret that she was Sylvia, but nonetheless, she goes to Paris, and then she says, I have a story to tell you someday. And I guess they're going to be a couple at this point, and that's kind of how our movie ends. Very odd entry. So yeah, it's Emmanuelle IV, but Sylvia Crystal plays Sylvia, not Emmanuelle. But when she becomes this new person, she is Emmanuelle. She changes her name. I don't exactly know what exactly was going on there. But yeah, that's it. This DVD is put out by some intermediavideo.com, which probably doesn't exist anymore. Soft touch video, like I said, it's 80 minutes, 80 and a half minutes actually, and I know there's at least one of the DVD version of this. I don't know if that one's a little longer or what, but again, apparently there was some hardcore stuff done with this as well. And I seem to remember the cable version that I had was longer than this also. That scene with that girl on the swing was a little more risque. Whether or not there was insertion there, I don't know. But anyway, that is Emmanuelle IV. So like I said, I'm going to be reviewing, I'm going to be actually sitting down, now that I have all 43 Emmanuelle movies, I'm going to sit and watch all 43 of them. I'm going to feel really dirty when I'm done, but it's awesome, right? I'm going to review the ones that I haven't reviewed as of yet. I reviewed the first 3 Emmanuelle movies, which I watched a couple of weeks ago. Those are already on my channel. I will be doing 4, 5, 6, and 7 shortly, and then I'll move into the second set of series. There was actually, when it comes to these Emmanuelle movies, there's actually 6 separate series of 7 films each. 7 times 6 is 42. And then there was one extra bonus movie, Emmanuelle in Rio, which came out somewhere in there as well. If you remember my previous channel, I had almost all of those movies, at least that I had at that time, reviewed. Some of them I've put back up, and some of them I need to re-review again, like 4, 5, 6, and 7, as well as the next set of Emmanuelle movies, which Sylvia Crystal came back for. She was actually in Emmanuelle 1, 2, 3, a little bit in 4. She skipped 5 and 6, then she was back for 7, and then she was there for the second series of Emmanuelle movies, the 7 movies, where she was taking this magic potion to make herself younger. I'll get there, trust me. So anyway, that is it. Emmanuelle IV. Let me know if you've seen it. Leave some comments down below. Wish they could make like a box set of all 43 of these movies. I would buy it, but apparently it's There's some sort of the guy who made all these movies, Alan Saritsky, I think is his name. He passed away maybe 5, 6, 7 years ago, and his estate is up in the air. Nobody knows what's going on with it, so it might be a while before we see anything new with Emmanuelle. But at least I have all 43 movies in my collection, and I might be the only person on the planet who can say that. Check it out. Leave some comments. Let me know what you think about it. Emmanuelle IV. Watch it. Bye.